Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Tennessee Real Estate Games Podcast. I'm your host, Danny McLaughlin. This podcast, we're going to rip back the curtain on the wild, the rewarding, and the sometimes ridiculous world of buying and selling homes in Tennessee. Every week, my episodes will dive into the real-life realtors, the highs, the heartbreaks, and the hilarious. We will tell you about what to avoid and the lessons we learned the hard way. In these episodes, we will pepper in some tips, tricks, and really cool strategies to help you level up your business. I really want to help encourage new real estate agents, and heck, maybe even some that are burned out. If you're ready, then buckle up. This is the Tennessee Real Estate Game. Hey guys, Danny McLaughlin with the Tennessee Real Estate Game. Thanks for coming back and listening to today's podcast, which is going to be on 5 topics I've put together. Really want to talk about. This first one has really got me. I get a lot of questions. I see a lot of this in the industry. It's the truth about realtor burnout and how to beat it in Tennessee. I think one of the biggest reasons when you're a new agent, there's not a lot of brokerages will talk about mentorship, but really all the mentorship is so another agent can basically take all your compensation or commissions from you for nothing. Usually they'll want 50 to 60% of your commissions for the first 3 to 5 deals. Everything's different, it's all negotiable. So it just depends on the mentor, but those are the numbers that I hear a lot. And what a buzzkill for new agents to just come in and basically steal their compensation. And the agent still has to pay all their fees to the brokerage. They have to pay all the fees to, if they're selling a property, they have to pay the fees to market the property. And it's just, it's crazy. It's highway robbery. I don't see a lot of agents getting any value out of this. And it's really sad. I would say to new agents, if you're going to go into a mentorship contract agreement, whatever you want to call it, I would try to make sure that you can get out of it quickly and that the terms are more in your favor because, or that it's perfectly clear what's going to be given to you by the mentoring agent. So, but I don't see a lot of successful mentor agreements between agents and other brokerages or agents or whatever. So that's a big deal in our industry. I hate it. I wish you could just help lift up these guys and girls and really kind of like just do it out of the goodness of your heart, really, to be honest with you. That's kind of where my heart is. I don't have to necessarily, to me, it's about building relationships. I'd rather build relationships with a bunch of agents and brokerages and things like that and just help people, right? Because the more we can help each other in this industry, the better we all become. So that's just my philosophy. Number 2, kind of behind the scenes of some wild stories from Tennessee showings. This one's crazy. Like they told me about this when I was in real estate school, is that there'll be these undercover people that will act like buyers and they will try to trap you into certain situations, questions, and things that would break our code of ethics and on certain topics and stuff, whether it's, race, religion, color, like anything that would try to trick us. Basically, they purposely send these people in there and they act like a couple or whatever, and it's crazy. So that's one of the things, like I haven't had that happen to me yet. I've heard about some agents that have said that they've definitely had these people. They could tell like a few hours into it that something's not right. I think that's wild. You'll be taking them out and showing them houses, and you're investing time, energy, money, and it's not just you as the buyer's agent, but you're making appointments and you're inconveniencing sellers, their families, their kids, other agents. It's just I don't know. It just seems ridiculous to me that that kind of stuff goes on in our market. Number 3, 2025 Middle Tennessee market update, fact versus fiction. I would say facts. We're in a buyer's market for sure. Now, does that mean that there's some houses that aren't moving? No, there are. There's the gems out there that are like priced right, perfect location. They're checking all the boxes, great school district, like everything that you want. And the agent that listed it is a great agent who educated their client on making sure they priced it right. And when they went to market, those ones are flying off the market. There's no doubt about it. And I would say there's a sweet spot in Middle Tennessee of home prices. I think it's like anywhere in that 800 to 1.1, maybe 1.2 million. That's kind of a hot market for us in Franklin, Tennessee, 37064. I think that market's moving good. When you start getting below that, I would say it's dead. I would say the ones that are above it, like in the 3 to 5 million, I got a client that's in 3 to 5 million range, actually 2 of them. There's nothing on the market. I've showed them everything that's out there, and there's just nothing coming onto the market. Even in pocket listings, we're not seeing anything. I think sellers are basically saying, hey, I'm not going to sell my house in this kind of a buyer's market, so I'm just going to wait till where it benefits me more. And I understand that. I get that. So I get that very, very well for a seller. Number 4, faith, failure, and fortune. What they don't teach you in real estate school. I would say, first of all, I think real estate school is a joke. I'd say 95% of what they teach you, you'll never use. And I wish they would focus more on relationship building, like teaching you how to like build your business, marketing, how to get plugged in, what kind of things to do with like networking groups, things like that. They don't teach you that stuff. They teach you just crazy stuff that you'll probably never ever use. And the industry knows that. Like you can get a room full of us realtors and agents in the room, and we would tell you that it's just a bunch of garbage. I think for me, I being an entrepreneur and a leader, I kind of went into it thinking of it as a business. And I wanted to build a team, and I wanted to nurture that team and uplift the team and give the team the tools and the know-how, the vision, if you would, of how to be successful in real estate. And that's when I developed and started the Patriot team. And it was it's a team of real estate agents that have, faith, family, freedom, God, country, and then real estate. I think that's when you start to put the things into perspective, you have to do those correctly. So I thank God for everything that He's blessed me with over the years, and just how I can look back and kind of see how it's all kind of got me here to where I am today. So praise Him for that. Number 5, last final topic, from California to Tennessee, what out-of-state buyers need to hear. I would say what out-of-state buyers need to hear is that you need to choose a good realtor. I see a lot of out-of-state realtors choose real estate agents that don't know our market and industry as well as they would like to think they do. And they get these buyers into horrible situations, bad decision making, and maybe a home that they really didn't want after all, because they weren't honest about the area or the traffic. I kind of paint the good, the bad, and the ugly to my clients. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to lie. I don't want my clients to ever come back to me and say, how come you didn't tell me that? Oh my God, the traffic is horrendous on 65 or Columbia Road, whatever it is. And you hear that a lot because there's a lot of out-of-state buyers kind of flocking into our area, excuse me. And so I don't candy coat it. I just tell it how it is. And I would encourage a lot of agents to do that. But for buyers, I would really focus on who you pick as your agent. What else? I would also do a lot of due diligence. We do have a lot of great school system. Williamson County has a fantastic school system. But when you get outside of Williamson County, you're going to pay a premium when you live inside Williamson County. So one of the big things I would say to out-of-state buyers or people relocating to Middle Tennessee is, unless you absolutely want to be in Franklin, Spring Hill, Brentwood, you could get a lot more for your money if you were to go outside of Williamson County. So say Murfreesboro or Columbia and Fairview, that's another one. But when you get outside of these other Williamson County especially, you can save a lot of money. So that's what I would mostly focus on, and tell them to be ready. Get your pre-approval letters, talk to a mortgage guy, find out what you're pre-approved for. Don't go over what you're pre-approved for, and then just work with your realtor to really kind of find out the price point that you need to be at, so your family's not strained with a high mortgage payment that you really can't afford. So those are my 5 topics for today, guys. And I would love if you have any questions, or if you have any topics that you would like to hear me talk about, feel free to drop me a line, comment on any of my socials, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm everywhere. And thank you again for tuning in to my podcast. It's been fun, and look forward to talking to you guys next time. Take care.